Hi guys, welcome back to Learning English and Literature. In this video, I'll be discussing plot. But in this video, I'll be discussing only parts of plot. So let's begin. But before we do that, please hit the subscribe button and let's reach a wider audience. Plot is the arrangement of the events in a story. You see, when you write a story or when you tell a story, you arrange the events in a way to create suspense or any other effect. Plot is the action of any story. It tells you what's going to happen, what will happen next. It tells you the direction of the play. Parts of plot. There are 4 parts of a plot. We have the exposition, rising action or the point of no return. We have the climax, and we have the denouement. Exposition is the beginning of the story. This is where characters are introduced, the setting is established, and the conflict is revealed. It points or it builds the foundation of the direction of the play. In Romeo and Juliet, in the opening scene, the setting was established when Shakespeare said, "In fair Verona." The characters were also established in the opening scene. Capulets and Montagues, the 2 families, were introduced. The conflict was also established when Shakespeare highlighted the feud between the 2 families, Capulets and Montagues. Rising action. This is the point of no return. This is the action that leads to the most exciting part of the story. In this part, something happens that cannot take the characters back to the beginning. You must keep moving forward until you resolve it. In Romeo and Juliet, the rising action was the scene where Tybalt killed Mercutio. At that point, Romeo could not forgive Tybalt, or he will be accused of betrayal. After the death of Mercutio and Tybalt, there is no way the play will go back to the beginning. This was the beginning of the killings in the play. So from this point, the play must move forward. The play cannot move backward because Tybalt is dead and Mercutio is dead. So the action will keep building and building to the climax. There is no way they can go back to the way things were when Tybalt and Mercutio were alive. The climax is the most exciting part of the story, filled with suspense and action. This is where the protagonist faces his most difficult challenge in the story. In Romeo and Juliet, the climax was the scene where both of them died. This was the most difficult task for Romeo and Juliet in the story. Romeo could not live without Juliet, so he killed himself. Juliet could not live without Romeo, she killed herself. Denouement or resolution. This is where the conflict in the play or story is finally resolved after the characters have known their fates. In Romeo and Juliet, after the death of Romeo and Juliet, Lord Capulet and Lord Montague came together and said, you know what, we've lost a lot to this reckless hate. Let's bury the hatchet and let's move on. Everything was settled at the end of the story. The resolution always comes at the end of the story where the conflict is resolved. Thank you very much. In my next video, I will discuss types of plot according to Aristotle.